So, Coach, here we are, MAC Championship Week. We've got the Conference Indoor Championships coming up this weekend at Kent State. Last weekend was sort of you guys' last chance to get a bit of a warm-up in before this meet at Ohio State, and then, of course, a few of the men's runners at Notre Dame. What did you see last weekend, and how does that sort of change your mindset coming in now to the Conference Championships?
Well, it's good. So we used it as a tune-up, kind of a last chance to get on the track, and some of the girls needed to go get some marks, and so they went out to try to move themselves further up the list, and some of them it's just a matter of maybe running something a little bit shorter to get ready for a longer event, and just more repetitions for everybody always helps. And we had a couple of really big breakthroughs. Hannah Falcione in the triple jump hit a really big mark. It moved her to 4th on the list in the conference, and I know you're going to hear from her in a little bit. We're all really excited about that. When we go to the conference meet, we hope that everybody can at least duplicate what they've done. But in addition, we're trying to take a step forward, both as a program and each individual. We're asking them to maybe put themselves a little bit over their head compared to where they're used to, and really mix it up for a scoring position.
Yeah, so looking ahead to the conference meet, you guys will be over at Kent State. Can you just give me sort of, your overall thoughts on the team, where you guys stand, do you think, within the conference, and, just what you're looking for this weekend?
Yeah, definitely. So when you look at the conference, there's 12 women's teams, and it's just so interesting how tight the teams are between maybe 10th place and 6th place, or 10th and 5th. The final scores might be only separated by 15 to 20 points in that range, and so that's a difference from a team having somebody that messes up over the hurdles, or has a no height for some reason, fouls all 3 throws. I mean, there's something that could happen that brings a team down, but then there's also something on the other end where somebody has a big breakthrough performance and they win, or they get 2nd place where they weren't supposed to get more than maybe 1 or 2 points. And that's a big swing right there. And so we're one of those teams. When we look at the form chart, just today, a couple hours ago, we were trying to tally up the score of what it looks like on paper, and I think that we're right in the middle of that group. When we look at where we have potential that's kind of left on the board, where we maybe haven't met our full expectation yet this year, we could be one of those teams that ends up 4th. I think in certain years, based on the point total that we think that we're capable of, we could potentially be 3rd, but those are big things that have to happen. That's something where you need momentum. You need somebody to hit a big mark and have a great performance early in the competition. When you look specifically at who we've got, obviously the 400-meter group, Olivia Bechtel, no longer just a 400-meter runner. She's obviously really talented. We've got her entered in 4 different events, one being the 4x4, but the 60-meter has been a surprise, and she's actually in the top 8 positions there, and so there's a good chance that she scores. We still have to go do that. But then Hannah, again, moving up into the 4th place position in the triple. We've got 2 other 400-meter runners, Calliope and then Emily Hooker, that can step up there and get points. We had a great cross-country season. On the men's side, that we won a title, and it's been the first time in a long time since we've won one, and so we're hoping to build on that. But hopefully the team looks at that and says, okay, we can do this, and they can build on that as well. But our distance runners, even though the girls were 3rd and only 20 points or so out of a championship in the fall, they can actually make a really big difference for us, because there are a lot of points left on the board there, and so we're asking them to really step up and go after some of those points.
So, Olivia, you've put together a really strong indoor season so far. Of course, even breaking a school record a couple of weeks ago as part of that. What do you think has been, sort of the key to your success individually in putting up a lot of these really great marks so far this season?
So I think the key to my success this season I've improved a lot in my efficiency and how I run. It's taken a while to get to the point, but it's definitely improved. So every race is feeling better and better, and the times are going down alongside that. And I think also my group of girls that I get to train with has helped with that a lot, because we have a lot of competition amongst us that pushes all of us to be our best every practice and every meet.
And of course, in addition to the events you normally run, you've also added the 60-meter in the last couple of weeks. Your first collegiate run in that event just 2 weeks ago. How does it feel to sort of jump into a new event like that, that you hadn't really run in the past, and find success in it right away?
It's been a lot of fun. The 60 meters obviously a lot shorter and, in a way, less taxing on the body. So I really enjoy getting to do that event, and it's just a different group of girls. I'm not running against the same people every time. So I really enjoyed getting to do that and kind of surprise my own self.
Yeah, and now, of course, looking forward to the conference championships this weekend. You'll be one of the team leaders coming into it. What's your mindset, and how do you think the team is feeling as you approach the meet?
I'm trying to like think of it as like it's not all about the rankings, and you can go in and do surprise people, and so I think that's like our team's mindset as well. We have a lot of people that are like right on the border of scoring or even below that definitely have a chance of doing it, and like just because they're not ranked what they want to be right now doesn't mean that that's how it's going to end up in the end. So I think that that builds a lot of momentum. We have some people up in the top and some people that can definitely improve and score some points where we aren't expecting to.
Great, thank you. So Hannah, last weekend set a personal record in the triple jump at Ohio State. You've been, putting up some really good marks, kind of steadily improving throughout the indoor season. What have your thoughts been as the season's gone along, as kind of you've tried to, sort of improve your own marks?
Definitely. It's been a wild season for me so far. I really did not have any intentions of coming where I'm at right now, and last weekend was a huge PR for me, 13 inches. And I was just coming off a cold, but I'm telling myself that, if you go out there and do what you're trying to do and put yourself out there, like, things can happen, and that's going to be my mindset going into this weekend too, is, not everyone gets this opportunity to go to this meet, and I think that the competition here is definitely going to push us to do our best, and it's going to be an environment where all of us are going to have a chance to thrive and really give our best marks out there. So.
Yeah, you sort of mentioned the competition that you faced already this season, and a lot of these MAC schools as well that you will see this weekend, you've seen already throughout the season. So now that we're kind of at this point, sort of the culmination of the indoor season against all this strong competition coming up, how do you think that's going to help you this weekend, and how are you going to sort of attack this meet?
Definitely. With being seated at 4th right now, I think that really gives me a lot of opportunity to improve. I never really thought that I would be in this seat right now where I could potentially score. And so for me, it's going to be about going out there, giving my best jump on that day, and whatever happens that day, I know that I put in my best, and I think that the competition is really going to help push me do that because of how good people are at this meet. So,
Great, thank you.
Thank you.